I think Frankenstein is such an important story ever since it was written because people have found a way to connect it, or it seems to immediately connect to the latest, most frightening technology that's likely to revolutionize our moment. Right now in the 2020s, that's got to be AI. Frankenstein and AI. There's this potentially intelligent force. Do we consider it a new form of life? Does it have rights? How do we participate in it? Does it stand to threaten our autonomy? Does it threaten to take us over? Will it replace us? Will it destroy us? Elisa Beshero-Bondar, professor of digital humanities at Penn State Erie, the Behrend College. We are looking at 5 different stages in Mary Shelley's writing and publication process. There were multiple print editions that came out of Frankenstein that Mary Shelley herself had some control over. And then there's one manuscript copy that was from the famous writing workshop, as we think of it, at Lord Byron's place on Lake Geneva. I think one reason is she knew it was a very important book. Okay, that's a very simple, but as soon as she came home to England, she'd been in Europe when she'd first written this. When she came home, there were already stage productions of this book. And I think she's wrestling with questions that many of us as readers have. And she's revisiting the book and layering on different perspectives on it. By the time we get to 1831, the last edition she prepares in her lifetime, it's almost completely different. And we don't have an official preferred version of this book. So it's actually something that's really fun to look at in terms of how much she changed it. I also wonder if he's going to take some creative license too. Where will it go? What I noticed from the trailer is they're showing the courtroom scenes. And to me, when I teach the book, I often think those don't get enough attention. There's a lot of trials and juries, the heavy drama in this book. Victor goes on trial for murder, a murder that the creature commits. I'd like the viewer to think about is how does a creative production frame the figure of Victor Frankenstein in relation to the creature that he's created? Is this a father-son relationship? Is it, somebody just creating a monster that was an experimental accident? What's going on with that relationship? I think it speaks to the question of who gets to be a person and who gets to be treated as a non-entity. I think that's probably, given Mary Shelley and her time and her moment when she wrote the book, those were questions very much in the center of revolutionary philosophy, the 1790s, early 19th century, but they're every bit as applicable today. I think you're hearing from me something of like, is it sympathy for the devil? Not really. Sympathy for the creature is sympathy for someone who wanted very much to be human and recognized his own differences, his strengths, his ability to take power and the command of a powerful mind as well. What does that mean? Can this entity be welcomed into the family of humanity? So what you're looking at is a page from the Frankenstein Variorum that I've been working on that just launched last year. And this is just a wonderful opportunity to view Mary Shelley's handwriting and some of the insertions along the side. This is Robert Southey's Thalaba the Destroyer, which I contend is something